Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Miss Beth's place. I'm Miss Beth, and this is my kitchen. Today, I was looking through my Back to the Basics cookbook by Mel Matthews that I ordered off of Amazon, which I love. There's some really good recipes in here. The basic stuff: bagels, pasta, bread, sauces. It even shows you how to make ketchup and butter and lots of other things. So I love bagels, and I haven't made any bagels in a while, or hadn't made any bagels in a while. I've never made bagels, but I hadn't bought any in a while either. So I thought today that I would make some bagels. Now this is my first time, so if I goof up, I goof up. The first thing I've got to do is I've got to mix all my ingredients together, and then I've got to let it rise for, I think, about an hour. And then I make my bagels out. So I'm going to read the ingredients to you first. This calls for 3.5 cups of flour, which I already have out. Dry yeast, active dry yeast. I keep mine in the freezer so it don't go bad. If you hear something squeaking, it's one of my little Yorkies over there. He decides he wants to play whenever I get on camera. 2 tablespoons of sugar, 1.5 teaspoons of salt, which I have both of those out. 1 1/3 cups of water, which I have warmed, and it's up to 110, so it's perfect temperature. Then I need, it says to get 1/4 cup of extra flour, which I have. And then an egg and toppings of your choice. I've got the everything bagel seasoning. I'm gonna put that on some of them, and some of them I'm gonna leave plain. But you can put anything you want to on them. So let's get started. It says the first thing I need to do in a small bowl or container is activate my yeast in warm water, 110 degrees for 10 minutes. So let's see. Let's find my teaspoon measuring cup. See, that's tablespoon. I think yesterday I had problems with this. That's 1/2 teaspoon. I'll just use it. So I need 2 teaspoons. So I'm gonna need 4 of these. So 1, 2. Stuff for Christmas decorations and got me some poinsettias. And y'all, the garden center was covered in plastic. They had a hard frost, and that was in Definiak Springs, Florida, which is about 30 miles south of here, which is not far from Panama City Beach and Destin Beach. So they had a hard frost. So there's some cool temperatures that's here. I think it was like 30-something degrees this morning. My dogs don't like to go out to pee very long. They come in and they go out, they come in. And then if I let them out for very long, they start hollering. So I've got that stirred together. Now it says slowly add the water yeast mixture until the dough forms a ball and the sides of the bowl are clean. Knead the dough on medium speed for 10 minutes. So I'm going to let this right here finish activating and I'll be right back. Okay, it's been about 10 minutes and let's see. It looks like it's blooming pretty good. It's kind of frothy on top. So I'm going to add this. Smells like yeast. Y'all, smells like yeast. It says to add that to the flour mixture and to knead it on medium for 10 minutes. If y'all don't have one of these mixers, y'all need to get you one. I love this. This is a Hamilton Beach. I paid a little over $100 for it on Amazon. It comes with 3 different kinds of hooks. It comes with a whisk, mixer for cookies and stuff, and then it has this little protector to keep the flour from going everywhere. All right. There we go. Let's turn it on. Is that medium? Now, it says it's got to knead it for 10 minutes. Now, you can do this yourself. You can just mix it all up really good and then take it out and knead it on the counter for 10 minutes. I don't want to do that. I'm going to let my mixer do it because that's what I bought it for. So, while it's doing that, I'm going to clean up my mess as usual. Clean as you go. My mama used to always tell me that. She'd say, like, you need to clean up, like when you're cooking and you spatter grease. Wipe that grease off that stove. Don't leave that stove a mess, because then when you get done, you're going to have a sure enough mess to clean up. Now, it says that you can, sometime in this process, to add another, is that a third of a cup? Fourth of a cup of flour to the mixture. Yesterday, it was going so fast, it was shaking off the table. Oh, that's better right there. Whoa, whoa, whoa. You got to get it where it's picking up the flour. It wasn't picking up my flour. It's picking it up now. Oh, yeah, that's looking good. I love the smell of yeast. Y'all ever go like in Subway or one of the shops, the sandwich shops that bakes your own bread or bakery? You smell the yeast spread cooking. Oh, I love that smell. Nothing like it. Now, I don't know at what point they want me to add this flour, but I'm just going to shake a little bit of it in there as I go along. And if it doesn't look right, you can always like scrape the sides of it. let it rise for 1 hour. So I'm going to be finding me something to let it rise in. Let's see. Let's get us a bowl. I like to get a big enough bowl. See if this one's got a lid to it. I never have a lid that fits. Oh wait, I found one. So I found me a bowl with a lid. Y'all think it's been 10 minutes yet? I hadn't used all my flour, so let's put a little bit more in there. I don't know why, but I'm just going by the directions. And I'm going to put some oil in this. We don't want it to stick. Just look at it. Look at that. Would you look at that? Oh. 1.5 inches wide. Place on a lined baking sheet. Cover and let rest for 20 minutes. All right. Well, I think I might need a little bit of flour. Just a little. My countertops are clean. I have been scrubbing all day. Let me get a pan and put some paper on it. I find these pre-cut parchment paper. It's a box of 25 for $1.25 at the Dollar Tree. Love them. The trick to letting your paper stick is rub the pan and get it moist, and it will stick on there better most of the time. Are you kidding me? Okay. I'm probably going to spray that anyways. So what we're going to do is we're going to dump this out and we're going to divide it. Oh, look at that. It's pretty. We're going to divide it into 8 to 10 equal parts. 8 to 10 equal parts. Okay. First, let's divide it in half. Then we'll divide those in half. Maybe we'll divide those in half. It said 8 to 10. That's 8. That's 8, y'all. All right. I'm gonna roll these into balls. And then we're gonna lay them on that parchment paper. Let's see. Now this is the first time that I've ever done these. Y'all remember me telling y'all this. So. I'm gonna roll it into a ball. Roll it into a ball. We're gonna make them the size we want. And then it says we're gonna pinch a hole in the middle. I've seen somebody do these. And they made it look so easy. So we're gonna, hush. They're not fighting, they're just playing. That's my 13-year-old and my 5-month-old puppy. Now, how does that look? This is gonna be a big one. I might should have made this one into 2. It's okay. I don't have anybody to eat them. I'll just call my daughter. She'll come. She likes bread. Or she'll probably fuss at me. She's already fussing at me about those rolls being so good. I'm gonna put these on another little pan right here. Get wet. I got my pot of water over there on the stove. Getting hot. And just know these have to be boiled. Once they rise again. Let me see what the directions say. After I formed them and let them rise again. I cover them up, let them rise again for 20 minutes. And then I'm going to bring a large pot of water to a boil, and I'm gonna boil the bagels for 2 minutes on each side. And then I'm gonna place them on a lined baking sheet and coat the tops with a light egg wash. Easy peasy, y'all, easy peasy. And these are just for us, so if they don't turn out perfect, oh well, who cares? Some of the ugliest things that I've made are the best things, believe it or not. All right, there's those 2. And here's 6 more, that's 8. So I'm gonna cover these up and I'm gonna let these rise. I'm gonna put them over here on my stove where it's warm, where my pot's boiling, or about to boil. Ain't boiled yet. I'm gonna cover those with a dishcloth and I'm gonna let them rise. Let me go get me some clean dishcloths. And I'll come back when it's time to put them in the water. All right, we're back and I'm fixing to show y'all what to do next. So, it said on the book we're gonna put these in a large pot of boiling water for 2 minutes on each side, and then we're gonna place them back on our parchment paper that we got here. So I have let them rise. Let me move all my junk out of the way. I'm just throwing out some hamburger meat. All right, clear this. We're gonna put 2 minutes on here. This is what they look like now. That's what they look like now. Oh, so pretty. All right, I'm gonna turn this water up a notch. They have an ugly side to them, but like I said, we don't care what they look like as long as they taste good. So, all right, I'm gonna throw these. I don't know how hot this water has to be. I don't know if it has to just be boiling or if it just has to be hot or what. But let's test out one first. Let's try it when the water is not boiling and see what it does. So 2 minutes on each side. Floating. There's number 2. Let's do 3 at a time. Get it up here closer where y'all can see. See what's going on. All right. So let's do these for 2 minutes and then I'll get them all done and I'll show y'all what they look like. All right, I flip these over. And then I'm going to do them 2 more minutes. Looks like you wouldn't cook them that long, but oh well. I found this, so I was like, how am I gonna get these out of here? It's like you're cooking it. And then once I get these done, I'm gonna bake them at 425. I've got my oven going on 425 for 20 minutes. But after I put these on out here on my pan, then I am going to put an egg wash on them and put my seasonings on them, whatever kind of seasonings I want on them. I may just put some salt on some, and then some I have the everything bagel seasoning to put on some. Flip that one back over on the pretty side. And then I'm going to flip this one. On the pretty side. This one back over on the pretty side. Now the water is starting to boil, so we'll see if that makes a difference. Do 3 at a time. These are big bagels, y'all. I could have made, it said 8 to 10. I could have made them a little bit smaller. Now these right here, y'all, are at a boil, and they are poofing up pretty big here. Look at them. Anyways. I think that's been enough time there. Let's put these over here where I had them at. And I'm going to flip them over on the pretty side. I've already put some egg wash on the first 3. What is hot? It's hot. It's hot, 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 hot. My holes is trying to close up on them. Them got so swole. Alright, then I got my last 2. See if I can make them poof up like that. But all of them so far are about the same size. Now I'm going to put egg wash on these. This makes them have a glossy coating. Alright, let's see. How am I going to do this? These 3 or 4, I'm just gonna put a little salt on them. And these other ones, I'm gonna put everything seasoned on. Actually, I might put everything on all of them. Y'all ever wonder what's in everything seasoning, bagel seasoning? Let's see what it's in it. It's got minced garlic, coarse sea salt, sesame seeds, black sesame seeds, chopped onion, poppy seeds, and sesame seeds. Yeah, sesame seeds. I'm not gonna like go crazy with the seasoning. I think that's plenty right there. Let's check these out. Ooh. This one left in here was my runt, and it's already poofed up. Yeah. These are my last two. They're almost ready to come out. Looking good so far. Like I said, this is my very first time making bagels, y'all. Flip that over on the pretty side. I think this is kind of how you make the pretzels too. I might do those next time. All right. Now to put some egg wash on these last two. Might make scrambled eggs. And I don't think I'm gonna put anything on those except maybe just a little bit of salt. All right. Y'all think that's enough seasoning? I think so. Alrighty. I've got my oven on 425. Fixing to put these into my pan. For 20 minutes. So let me set this timer for 20 minutes. Starting now. And when they get done, I'll come back and show y'all what's going on. These have got to be the best bagels, y'all, that I have ever put in my mouth. I've never made bagels before. This is my very first time. Love them. Love, love, love them. Y'all have got to make these. I'm telling you. Back to the Basics book. This is where I got the recipe. I think I got it off TikTok. Regardless, watch this video. Go by what I did. If you need to, make these bagels. You won't ever buy, never, ever, ever will you buy store-bought bagels again. Trust me. Delicious. Get you some. Make you some. Love you.
Hey, how you doing?